All right, welcome back to Bayou Time, and we do like to cover our community band and everything they do. And joining us now is Miss Denise LeCompte, and always good to see you, Denise. And you know, that community band chair. There's a lot of work that goes into that, isn't there?
It is. It is. And as a matter of fact, we just had an election on Thursday, so y'all got me for another year. Yep.
Well, you have put in the time, there's no doubt. So thank you for that. And I always say it's really a treasure for a community to have. And they played in high school, and a lot of them played in college. But there's sometimes in a community there's not a band, but y'all have a band, and y'all been going strong.
We do. 39 years.
Yeah,
Yep.
unbelievable.
It is.
And I know y'all have an upcoming event, and of course we've covered Mr. S.L. Casio, and you came on after his passing. But tell me about the event coming up at the Regional Military Museum.
Yeah, so we're going to have our 39th anniversary concert, and we happened to lose SL on the day of our Christmas concert at the end of last year. So we didn't know anything about it till after the concert was over. So I said, well, we can't let it go by without, honoring a man who was there from almost the beginning and until COVID was still playing with us. After COVID, we kind of got back going, but he just didn't feel up to coming. I mean, he was 95 at the time.
Yeah,
so, so we're going to do a little concert. We found some pieces in the library that he had written. And I don't know that they ever got played because they were still handwritten. Music was still handwritten. Parts were handwritten. So
Is that something he did a lot?
Yes, a lot of our stage band music is arranged by SL.
Really?
Yeah, he'd take a piece, big band piece or whatever, and he would fit it to whatever instrumentation they had. And so this one, I don't know that it ever got played. It was in the file. And our new assistant conductor, Miss Marita Petrie, she went and she put it in a software so we could read it better, so it wasn't
What do they
handwritten.
call it, transposing or whatever?
That was actually more of a transcription from what he had written.
I got you.
And there wasn't really a score, so she kind of created
I guess
the score.
transposing is the different keys.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you go through the keys or whatever. But tell me about what can people expect on April 2nd?
Well, on Sunday, we're going to have it's 3 sections, our 3 conductors, Mr. Jonathan Greer, Miss Karen Dusenberry, and Miss Marita Petrie. They're all going to conduct 4 pieces, and we're going to do everything from Sousa marches to Carl King marches to John Williams to S.L. Licasio.
There you go.
So,
How much do y'all have to practice before these events?
I usually give us a minimum of 8 rehearsals. I go anywhere between 8 and 12. If I go more than 12, I kind of lose some people for a few weeks because they just don't feel like coming. Or
People hate to practice.
Yes. Oh my goodness, they sure do. So usually about 8 weeks, between 8 and 10 is about as many as I can get people to commit to without missing too many.
We joke about it, but band people are special. Me being in a band, and you get people live on a gig, they light up, they go through it. But if you call a practice,
Nope, they ain't coming. Not doing it.
but you have some that really want to practice too.
And Roger, and Roger was in your band too, and Roger will play every day if he can.
Yeah.
And then there's some of us, and I'm one of those people, I play when I have to.
Yeah.
It's going to be at the Military Museum. It's
Let's put the flyer up while we're talking about that.
$10 admission, and that admission gets split between the 2 groups, so the Military Museum benefits as well as us. We'll have some pictures of SL that his daughter graciously agreed to let us borrow for the event. So if you didn't know him, you get to see him. There's a picture of him in his bombardier jacket and the whole thing. And you realize how handsome he was and how fit he was as a school teacher. And
that was a great picture when we showed it, when we did the eulogy on TV for him. And you're right. He had movie star quality.
He did. He was something else. There's no other words for him. He was one of a kind. They'll never make another one like him.
I noticed you said you were splitting the proceeds with the Regional Military Museum. isn't that just a win-win all the way across the board?
I think it is. It benefits both groups. It allows people that may not have necessarily gone to the museum for any other reason to come in and see, especially that big building with the helicopter hanging from the
Right.
ceiling. And then they go, well, maybe I'll come back during the week or on a weekend and come do a whole tour, you know. What they
Yeah.
don't know is that in the back room somewhere there's Eisenhower's
Plane.
Air Force One.
Yeah.
And it's not like the Air Force One of today. So,
No, it's not.
you know, that was the first Air
I
Force
got to
One.
sit in it.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of space.
No, I mean, it's like today you could, I don't know, I guess they're 747s. I don't even know.
They're huge now,
But
yeah.
they're big and they have offices and computers and everything
Bedrooms
else.
and
Not back then.
no, oh Lord, no. It was a single engine prop plane.
All right, so let's say it again. Let's bring up the sheet one more time.
Yeah.
39th anniversary concert in memory of Mr. S.L. Ocasio, Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, of course, 2 p.m., and the proceeds $10 admission, and the monies will be split between the Regional Military Museum and, of course, our Houma Terrebonne Community Band. So if anybody's out there and they want to make a donation, they don't have to, they could come see it and give $10, but I know some people want to give a little donation. Let's try to help our Regional Military Museum, but help our community band at the same time. Denise, thank
Yeah.
you for everything you do. We
Oh, thank
appreciate it. And you keep rocking along, and practice ain't that bad.
I know.
All right. Keep
Thanks.
on going.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Denise.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back after a short break. Don't go away.